Hi everyone, so these are just a few videos on Lankstaanskoene that will follow. Please keep in mind that right now, currently, like I am quite sick, so I won't be uploading the most videos today, but I do believe I'll be fine by tomorrow because I have my meds. And then another thing is that I've never actually taught Lien, but I am reading it for the first time. So the first thing we're going to focus on is hoekom is dit 'n doeltreffende titel? Why is the title Lankstaanskoene a good, effective title? So the first thing we can notice is these devices that are used to make it a little bit catchy. So the first one is the repetition of the L of Lien and Lank, and that is alliteratie. And then we have quite a lot of S sounds in there. So Lien se Lankstaanskoene. And that is just herhaling van consonante. It's called consonants. It's not called alliteration because the word does not start with the S, but there is this overarching feeling or sound of an S sound. Then the other thing is, if we focus just on the Liense part, it says Liens. Maak het specifiek, it makes it very specific. Gee klaar vir ons die naam van die hoofkarakter. Already here, they have given us the name of the main character, the character that the story is about. Then we have Lankstaanskoene, which actually in Afrikaans is not a word. It translates to long-standing shoes. Verwys na die skoene wat sy dra wanneer sy bedel. It is actually referring to the shoes that she's wearing when she's begging. So bedel is Afrikaans for begging. Then if you just break it down, obviously without skoene, because we know what skoene are, they are shoes. The lank refers to this as happening for a long time. And then staan, yes, physically she's standing on her feet for a long time. But it also indicates that she keeps on standing. She has a lot of endurance through all the difficulty that she is experiencing or she has experienced. And then just at the end, it just says, hierdie paar maande het 'n groot invloed op haar. These few months have a really big impact on her and who she eventually becomes as a person. Voorspel means predict. And now here we get things in italics. Skuins gedruk is italics. And verwys na wat in die video gebeur. It refers to what is happening in the video that Bram is watching. So it says Bram, Lien se broer, kyk na 'n familievideo van toe hy en Lien klein was. Hulle is buite. So he's watching a family video of when they were younger. They are outside. They're by a swimming pool. We assume it's summer. Hul pa braai en hul ma neem die video. Their dad is braaiing and their mom is taking the video. En dis 'n gelukkige toneel. It is a really happy scene or event for Bram. Like he's watching it because it creates joy for him. Then chapter 1 is geel en gelukkig, yellow and happy. Dit verwys na Lien se ma. Sy is gelukkig wanneer sy dronk is. In the chapter, it refers to Lien's mom. She calls her mom yellow and happy. And it is the whole idea that her mom is happy when her mom is drinking or when her mom is actually drunk. And then Lien se ma het 'n drankprobleem. Her mom has a drinking problem. Hoe weet ons dit? How do we know that? Lien ken al die ritueel. Lien already knows the ritual of like her mom drinking or like getting herself something to drink, wine to drink specifically. Yskas deur oop, the fridge door opens, wyn word geskink, the wine is poured, yskas deur toe, fridge door closes. Vrieskas deur oop, freezer door open, ysblokkies en wyn, ice and wine. Vrieskas deur toe, freezer door closed. Stilte, silence, slukkie, sip, sug, sigh. And then it's in this part where we have a lot of klanknabotsing, so onomatopoeia. Clink is the sound the wine glass makes when her mom puts it on the counter. Chor is the sound of the wine being poured. Kraak is the sound of breaking the ice out of like the ice tray. Ploink is the sound that ice makes when it actually falls into the wine glass. And then it just says hulle eet roereier, roosterbrood, boontjies en tomatiesous wat hulle gisteraand net halfpad geëet het. So what they are eating for supper and their mom is not eating is scrambled eggs, toast and beans and tomato sauce that they didn't finish last night. And this just already gives us this idea that they potentially just don't have the most money. Hulle ma kyk uit na die dal en vra of hulle nie 'n mooi uitsig het nie. Haar ma sug geel en gelukkig. So her mom is looking out of the window and she's looking at the valley and her mom is like, wow, don't we have such a beautiful view? And this is where Lien says her mom sighs yellow and happy. Die CD spelertjie blære vir concert. Every time in the house, or almost every time, there's like the CD player is playing something, and this time it is a violin concert, and it's really, really loud in the house. Hulle het min in hul yskas, maar they have very little food or anything really in their fridge, but die wyndoos is die centerpiece. The wine box is the centerpiece. Beklemtoon hul ma se alcoholprobleem. That emphasizes their mom's like problem with alcohol, the fact that there's almost nothing in this fridge, but there is a box of wine in there for their mom. Lien sit te swem in Bram se broek want hul ma se dronk. Lien then puts a hem in Brahm's pants that he has basically been keeping together with staples because their mom was supposed to do it, but their mom is too drunk to do it because she goes to her room after she looks at the view. Lien dink haar ma gaan weer nie môre werk toe gaan nie. So because of the state that her mom is in, Lien is thinking about the fact that her mom probably isn't going to go to work again, which obviously like that does create a problem. If the mom's not going to work, she's not getting income, and that creates problems for the family, who we already know is struggling a bit because there is nothing in their fridge for them to eat. Lien luister na Nora Jones Walkman, so then Lien listens to Nora Jones on her Walkman. Lien sê ek haat jou vir hom in die spieël en sy skrik vir haar gesig. So Lien says I hate you in the mirror to him, and then she kind of gets a fright when she sees her face. Hare is te mekaar, her hair is messy en haar oë is groot en swart and her eyes are big and black. En sy wonder, and she wonders, is dit hoe haat like if this is what hate actually looks like? Which does kind of show us that this is the first time that Lien is feeling something like this kind of hatred for someone else, and she even believes that it has changed the way she physically looks. Chapter 2 of Lien, jou standaard skoolnommertjie, your standard school item, dit verwys na Sally se kort skoolrokkie, refers to Sally's very short school dress. Wouter is Lien's vriend en hulle loop saam skool toe, so Wouter is Lien's friend and they walk to school together. And then this is just a quote that shows us that Lien really does not like the school that she is attending. Sy kan steeds nie aan die skool gewoond raak nie, so she still can't get used to the school. Dis nou al meer as 'n jaar en haar maag maak steeds 'n draai elke keer as sy hier instap. So she's like, it's been more than a year, but her stomach still turns every time when she steps into the space. Sy haat die plek. She hates this place. The stomach turning thing is quite important because in the next chapter we also read about how she doesn't feel comfortable going back to her house, or she's ready to going back to her house, which actually just means that no real space in Lien's life is making her feel good and comfortable to be there right now. Then Wouter raak haastig by die hek en Lien is teleurgesteld want deesdae is sy op haar eie in die oggende. So for a few times now, Wouter gets really rushed when he gets to school gates, says or mumbles something about a cricket meeting, and then Lien is left by herself in the mornings, and she doesn't like that. Lien gaan na die biblioteek toe waar sy skuil, then she goes to the library where she kind of hides since Wouter isn't with her in the mornings now. Lien maak haar lysie agter in haar biologieboek. She makes her list in the back of her biology book. Die plekke wat sy gaan besoek wanneer sy eendag hierdie plek se stof van haar skoene afgeskit het. So it's a list of places that she's going to visit one day once she has gotten rid of the dust of this place, off of her shoes. Once she's gotten the dust of this place off of her shoes, she'll go there. And then I think two of the places that is already on the list is Japan and Prague. Then while Lien is listening to the announcements in the quad, she thinks of her pyramid of periods that she has. And this is a pyramid, if we start from the bottom, it is vakke wat sy verpes, the subjects she hates the most. So rekeningkunde, it is accounting, wiskunde, maths, and biologie, biology. Then there's just Afrikaans and bedryfsekonomie. So bedryfsekonomie is basically business economics. And then at the top of the pyramid, the subject she enjoys the most is Engels. But it says there, nie dat sy mal oor die vak is nie. It's not that she is crazy about the subject. Maar die onderwyser, Mr. Macmillan, maak dit die moeite werd. But it's the teacher, Mr. Macmillan, that really makes it worth it. And she really loves his approach to the way he teaches literature to them in class. She really enjoys it. Then in Elwe kry hulle opdrag van meneer Brouwer. Hulle moet 'n vorm invul met wat hulle eendag wil word. So they usually do nothing in LO, but today they got an assignment. And the first part of the assignment is that they have to fill in a form where they write down what they want to become one day. Lien skryf prokureer omdat nog al die jare haar plan was, maar dis baie jare terug die plan gewees. So Lien automatically writes down lawyer, but then she's like, wait a minute, why? This was the plan a lot of years ago, but that was that was a lot of years ago. Things have changed. Is it still lawyer? But she keeps it on there. She writes down lawyer. Then hulle word in groepe gedeel en moet 'n taak saam doen. So they get divided into groups and they have to do this assignment together. The groups are made up of people who have similar interests in what they want to pursue when they are finished with high school. Lien land in 'n groepie made in hell. So Lien says she's in a group that is made in hell. So the first person there is Mimi Spies, baie weird. Lien just says she's really strange, but Lien is like, I can deal with her. Then Sally Swanepoel, tarterig. She says she's tarterig is just basically a word for loose, okay? And Lien says she does not like Sally at all. And then Hein Venter, she's like, she still doesn't know about him. And she just mentions that he looks older than the other boys. But she says he praat min, he doesn't talk a lot. And some of the girls in the class have said that he's not very smart. Sally se skoolrokkie is baie kort en sy trek dit op om nog om het nog korter te maak. So Sally's school dress is very short, and she even pulls it up to make it even shorter, and that is where the title comes from. Nie wat 'n mens jou standaard skoolnommertjie sal noem nie, not something you would call your standard school item, because obviously we know schools are quite strict on how long your dresses have to be. Mimi neem die leiding en Lien is verlig. Mimi decides to take the lead, and Lien is actually quite relieved by this because this means she doesn't have to take the lead. Mimi vra vir Lien of sy prokureur ken en die vraag betrap Lien omkant. So Mimi asks Lien if she knows a lawyer, and Lien is kind of so shocked by this question that she just keeps quiet. Sy skud haar kop om nee te sê. She shakes her head to say no, maar haar pa is 'n prokureur, but her dad actually is a lawyer. Mimi gee vir almal iets om te doen, so then Mimi gives everyone something to do for the assignment. Lien moet op die internet kyk wat die universiteit wil hê. Lien has to go onto the internet to look or get information about what universities want if you want to pursue this. Mimi sal haar pa se prokureur bel. Mimi's going to call her dad's lawyer. Hy moet 'n draai by 'n firma in die stad maak. Hy needs to go and get information, I'm assuming, or talk to people who works at a firm in town. And then Sally, hulle los maar vir Sally. Mimi's like, let's just leave Sally. She's not going to do the work in anyways. So she actually gets no parts to do in the assignment.